Hey everyone, it's Michelle at Resonant Essentials. I'm hoping you guys are getting this because we've had some technical difficulties today. Hi Janet.
Hi Michelle.
We're here to bring you one of my favorite people, Janet De Jesus of Yemaya Energy. I've known Janet for, I think it's like 3 or 4 years now. She came into Resonant Essentials one day looking for classes. And ironically, I was offering them. So she joined my class and life progressed from there. And we actually became friends, not just mentor, mentee, or whatever. So I wanted to do this interview with Janet because Yemaya energy is such a unique word. And I wanted to give her the opportunity to explain her work because she's not your normal energy worker. So Janet, describe your work for me, like a little bit about when and how you got started, how you learned about your gifts and brought them to the table.
Well, Michelle, as a young age, I realized, growing up in a Baptist family in the Philippines, and with this family, I started noticing that I could see spirits. I would play with spirits.
Just a second, we're having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Okay, don't tell me any of that. Just wait until they ask questions. Sorry, guys, because of our technical difficulties, I've got Tina sitting across the room who's whispering to me. Somebody said hi. So hi, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. So bear with us on this one. Janet, can you start all over? We're going to get to the question and answer period, folks, on Janet's work so that Tina can describe it for me then. So go ahead, Janet. Go back to, you were a Baptist in the Philippines, which is really odd to me because I just don't see being in the Philippines in the Baptist church, but I guess everybody gets around.
I have family members that are missionaries. I mean, we went to church every day, every week, felt like it.
Wow, I didn't realize. God.
And yeah, so then I, at a young age, I started realizing I had gifts because I could hear spirits. I could see the actual spirits. I thought it was normal. I would play with them, and I started realizing, this wasn't something I could really talk about with anyone as I was growing up within the family. But then some of our family, it was a normal thing for them to see spirits and to talk to spirits. So I thought, okay, it's normal. But then as I got a little older, I started realizing, no, it's not, it is normal for me, but maybe not for other people.
I had that experience. You're looking at people's kneecaps and you're going, there's colors around their knees, and you think everybody's seeing that and seeing spirits. So I get it.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about where the word Yemaya comes from.
So Yemaya is an Orisha word, and where it comes from, it's from Yoruba, and it's acknowledging the mother figure, and also the guardian of all the oceans around the world, because we are surrounded with bodies of water. And without the water is what's our life source. So
what you're saying is that this is in a practice of so there's people who do the god and goddesses, there are people who do Buddhists. What is the practice from?
The practice is from Santeria. So, okay, from Santeria. So it was a path that I was in, I loved it. I was introduced to it by my then husband. And many years ago, it's been about more than 20 years ago, I was introduced into it. And I felt so comfortable. I felt like I was around people. I mean, the drumming, the rituals, it just filled the energy up within me.
Well, let's clarify that word rituals, because I think that a lot of people confuse that with something more cultish and more satanic. And that's not really true, because religions have rituals, like Catholics do the art of the rosary. So that's a ritual. Yes. So I want to make very clear to people that this isn't something that's a bad practice. I'm having technical difficulties still, aren't I? I'm blinking out. That's going to go really well today when I do my astrology or astral projection class. Like, I don't understand what's going on. So I wanted to clarify that for folks, because a lot of people go, oh, that must be Satan worshiping. They have a real misunderstanding of the Santeria practice.
Yes. So
explain a little bit about what goes into becoming a priestess.
Okay. What it is you, when you become a priestess of Yemaya, you have to, in the beginning, there's a process that you go through. You have to learn that, there's so much things you learn. You learn prayers, you learn songs, you learn, there's a lot of things that you learn within it. And then, there's a lot of studying, there's a lot of commitment, and you learn who you are within this practice, so that you could learn how to help people. And to become an initiate, there's a process of becoming an initiate. I can't really get into a lot of it, but yes, you do wear white for a whole year as a commitment. It's like a rebirth. It's like starting a process of new beginnings and your new life. So
I know Catholics do that too when they become nuns and priests. They walk them through the initiation practice.
That's very true. It's almost the same process. Exactly.
It's like a Baptist minister goes to seminary.
Exactly.
So does a Catholic priest. I'm just pointing it out, the obvious, to people so that they kind of get the whole concept that this is a belief and a path and what would actually be kind of a religion, right?
Yes, it's more of it's a spiritual path for me. And it's the way of life. And it's the same as, accepting all you're doing prayers to all the elements of the earth, your earth, wind, fire, and your water. And it's the same thing. So it goes
along with again, there's a lot of recognition in all religions. I'm stressing this because there's so little known about the Santeria way that I want people to understand that this is a very big undertaking, and that there are practices and learnings and teachings that you have to start from the bottom up to go through to become who you are today. So tell me a little bit about how, I'm getting ready to blink out. There we go. It's like my video is going exit stage right. I'm so sorry. We're going to have to think about how this works. I will have to shut down and reboot, I guess, but not right now. So what tools do you use in your work?
The tools.
I'm going to go again. soon as I freeze, it knocks off my video, folks. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Is Mercury retrograde?
Feels like it, huh?
I know it does. I'm going to look it up. Go ahead. There I'm going again.
Oh.
Okay, so okay, I'm looking it up on my phone. I have to know if Mercury's retrograde. So I know that there's that practice, but that's not just the work that you do now. So how did you jump from or incorporate what kicked you into gear? What kicked you into gear about doing the work that you do now? Because you're an energy worker, and even though the Santeria way incorporates some of this, explain how you came to the work that you're doing now. What triggered you? What opened you up in that regard?
Michelle, don't you remember I took your class because I wanted to expand, my learnings. I wanted to expand what my gifts were. And I took your intuitive development class to help me with this.
I do remember, but I just had to have you say it.
But the best thing was after I took your class, it was the class was incredible. So much knowledge. And I didn't realize that the whole time, being a part of a priestess of Santeria, I was already doing all this energy work. So you gave me, you're there, you're in, you're out, you're in.
I know, I feel like I'm jumping behind the door.
Are you there? You're there.
I'm going again.
Okay, Spirit's playing with us.
You guys cut that out. That's okay. Keep going. Just keep going. So I do know that you took my class, and I do offer a class on healing because it seems behind every corner there's a Reiki practitioner here in Albuquerque, and your work is not along the lines of Reiki practicing. So I wanted to make sure that you were different than Brian, who's going to be our interview on Thursday. With that being said, so that we go in and we have that moment that when he does his interview, people will understand the difference between the Yemaya and the and the Reiki practice. So I do want to make sure that that's real clear for people. I don't know what Tina's doing. She's sitting over the other end of the room. She's just shaking her head. She's like, it's kicking me out. Is what I think she whispered. There I go. Okay, guys. I hope everybody in Facebook is getting a huge laugh on this, because there I go again. You remember those shows, Bloopers and Blunders or whatever?
This is definitely one of them.
This is one for the record. Okay, so let's go to the teachings around the tools around the teachings and what do you use? How do you work? Because I want you to make sure that you tell everyone that you do house clearings and you do different things through the Yemaya, and you do the energy work through the healing. So I want you to kind of give the scope of your work. And if I blank out, just keep going. Just keep telling everybody. Because we'll get through this sooner or later.
Okay. What I do is I work with energy, and everyone is surrounded by energy. And I work with my spirit teachers and my guides, and I combine that with Yemaya's energy as a priestess to be able to come in and help people with any kind of problems they're having, any kind of clearing they need, you know, just to come in and clear that energy down. We're cleaning it all out.
I know. You know, you're like the worst person for me to have this happen, because we're going to end up laughing through this whole thing because we can't stand it. Tina's over here on the other side. I don't dare look her in the eye, and she's sitting across the room. Like, don't look at Tina. Just keep going. Like she's like this. That's okay. We're trying, folks. We're losing track of where we're at. So if somebody wanted to schedule with you, if they were under normal COVID, without the COVID virus, when would you be available to work at Resonant Essentials?
I would be available on Tuesdays from 12 to 5.
Now that we have the COVID virus, we've made some modifications to allow you to work a little bit more fully and remotely as well, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So tell us what your times and days are there.
Okay, my times and my days that I'm working remotely is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 to 5.
Okay, so how would they be able to reach you?
They can reach me at, they can schedule online at resonantessentials.com. And then they can click onto practitioners section and look for Janet De Jesus. And then they can make an appointment online under the practitioners. And also, if they prefer to call me directly, they can reach me at 505-819-0700. And they can text me on that number.
Wouldn't you prefer that they text you, just for the simple fact that you want to make, because you do a lot, people don't realize that you're also doing a lot helping your parents through this time.
Yes.
So wouldn't you prefer that they not call but text, so that they can just kind of leave a message, this is what I'm looking for, can you help me?
Yes, I totally agree with you. Yes, to have them text me.
So I know that you're going to be down here from 3 to 5 at Resonant Essentials, sitting out in the parking lot doing energy work. What are your rates for that today? We're doing remote curbside work, healings and readings. So what is your work? How are you going to do the curbside healing, and how much is it?
Okay, with the curbside healing, because we can't touch anyone, what I'm going to do is you could sit in your car and I could stand next to you, unless you prefer to get out of your car and sit down on a chair.
6 feet apart.
6 feet apart. And then what I do is I sit there with you, and then I channel it, and I connect with your spirits. And then we work from there to see what needs to be, cleared from you. So I'm going to be doing that today. And then because, people don't have that, they don't really, with the virus and everything going on. So what I'm doing is I'm offering a special for people. It's going to be $25, 20 minutes. They're welcome to come over between 3 and 5. And I'll be here to do any kind of energy work for these people.
And if you don't know where Resonant Essentials is, and you're local here in Albuquerque, it's 3107 Eubank Northeast. We're in suites 33 and 34. Just to that, I didn't expect Janet to know the address, but I did want to tell you we're in the Scottsdale Village Plaza. So it's a nice day out, and you'll be able to sit in the shade. So if there's any questions, please write it in the chat. We're going to open this up for questions. I'm going to unhook one of my ears. And I'm going to ask Tina, what are the questions?
This question is from Jade. How does the goddess fit in and what ceremonies are connected to nature?
She wants to know, how does the goddess fit in nature?
How does the goddess fit in
How does the goddess fit in, and
what ceremonies
what ceremonies
are connected to nature?
are connected to nature?
What ceremonies are connected to nature? Okay.
Mhm.
With the goddess and what ceremonies are connected with nature, we use a lot of plants, we use a lot of herbs to, in ceremonies to cleanse people with. So, and then you use the air elements. There's different deities and different elements of nature that can be used, and you pull in those energies to work with, there's so much energy around us and so much energy within the nature. You bring it in and you pull it in together with Yemaya's energy to help to heal the people.
I hope that answers Jade's question. She wanted to know about the priestess. No, what did she Jade.
How does the goddess fit
How does the goddess fit into all of it?
It's becoming an initiate, being an initiate of priesthood within, the Santeria. You become an
Well,
initiate.
I think what she's asking is that she wants to know, how does the goddess Yemaya fit in? So it would be of the water.
With the water element, yes.
Okay, and so it's like being a Cancer, because I'm Cancer the crab, and so I'm a water sign. I happen to have a lot of air in me and a lot of fire, in spite of all the water. So water and fire is predominant in my chart. So if they understood that aspects of the elements, Yemaya is of the water, is the world of water. So it's rivers and lakes and ponds and oceans and streams and rain and aquifers. Is that where we're going? Is that work? It is.
That'll work.
So you work through the water element of Yemaya. So Yemaya is the standing, I think you told me one time that it is the energy of the waters called Yemaya. So
Yes.
it's not like you think there's an actual deity in the same sense that like the Zeus and Jupiter and all of those were formed, but more like it's the energy of the feminine of the water.
Yes, and then she's also the mother. She's recognized as the mother.
Right. So it's like Mother Nature, because you don't get anything if you're not fed water. You can go days without food, but only 3 days without water. So you can go a month without food. You could starve yourself to death, and it would take slow agonizing. But water, 3 days and you're out.
Very true. It is a life source.
Is there any other questions? What is? Oh yeah, Pluto. But Pluto being in retrograde, we learned yesterday from Johanna, is that it's that dark underworld bringing out the ugly in all of us. And boy, I've seen some ugly. So I want to let everybody know that Janet is available by online. Go to resonantessentials.com, click on the practitioners page, and once you click on the practitioners page, scroll down, you can book a remote session with her. She's going to be here at Resonant Essentials from 3 to 5. Give them your phone number again, my friends, so that they can text you if because the online booking is wonderful, except that you have to be a little bit over 24 hours. So if somebody wanted you to do some work at 7 o'clock tonight, how would they reach you? How would they send a text?
They can text me at 505-819-0700.
Wonderful. Janet, as always, mwah, I love you. everybody to Resonant Essentials out there on Facebook. I'm going to be doing a free online Zoom class. So you're going to be able to come back here to Resonant Essentials on Facebook. Link in this afternoon about 3:15. I'm going to do a free astral projection class, and I hope you'll join us then. My heart to every one of yours. Remember, we are the creators of our future. So think positive, give your heart and your love to yourself as well as everyone else. And we will see you later. Peace out. Bye, Janet.
Bye-bye.